Are you tired of generic drum sounds? Are you tired of having the same drum sound as everyone else? Well, then I have a solution for you. Hi, I'm Stefan from Mix66 and this is the first of 3 videos where I will show you how you can record, edit, export and then create your own drum sampler in Slate Trigger and also Native Instruments Kontakt. But before we start, why should you even care about creating your own drum sampler? It is really simple to have your own unique drum sound. If you are using the same drum samplers as everyone else, so if you are using easy drummer, heavy metal, just like every other metal producer does, then chances are your production will sound similar to the other productions. But if you record your own drums and make your own drum sampler out of it, then you can create a unique sound and stand out from the crowd. And of course you can create drum samplers that suits your style of music perfectly. Let's take a short listen to the final outcome of this video, so you have an idea what to expect from this video. So here I programmed a little drum groove. All the shells are triggered with Slate Trigger 2 and my own samples. I've made just kick, snare and 2 tom samples, so the cymbals are from EZdrummer. You can see the cymbals are enabled and all the shells are disabled. By the way, you can download these exact samples if you click the link in the description. So now that you know why you should create your own drum sampler, let's see how you do it. So here we have a recording of a kick drum that I have made during a soundcheck for a live stream. You can see that I have recorded the kick drum at various intensities, so various velocities. The first thing that you should always do is to just listen to the raw recordings. We have a kick in mic, a kick out, overheads left, center and right, and 2 room mics, left and right. All together. Before cutting any samples, I would listen to the whole recording, make markers where the intensity changes so that I know which samples belong to which velocity range, and after that I can choose which samples I want to use. So let's listen to the recording and make markers according to the intensity. Okay, so here the intensity of the hits changes. So I will start by making a marker here, kick, loud. And here then, kick, medium, loud. Okay, then here we have kick, medium, low. And here, kick, low. So now that I know that here are the loud hits, here the medium loud ones, medium low ones and the low ones. So the next step is to choose which samples I will use. You can see we have 5 loud hits and many more medium loud hits. But we want to have a consistent amount of hits for each velocity. This is very important for then later creating the drum sampler in Slate Trigger or in Kontakt. As we have 5 loud hits and they all sound nearly the same, we'll use all of them. For the medium loud hits we have 10 hits, so we have to get rid of 5 hits. If the first 5 hits all sound great, I will just use them and delete the rest. And if I think that one of the hits doesn't sound good enough, I will delete this one and choose the 6th one. I think in this case we can use the first 5 hits, so I will delete the rest. And now I will do the same thing for the medium low hits. I didn't like the first hit, so I will delete this one and use the next 5 hits and delete the rest. And now the low hits. I will delete the first one and also this one. Okay, perfect. Now we have selected our 5 samples per velocity range. The next step is to cut the samples. Make sure that all your recorded items are grouped together, so that all the changes you make are applied to every single track. So now in Reaper I can just hit Tab and will jump to the transient. This is exactly where we want to cut the sample. You can see here the sample starts. We will hit S to cut it and make a short fade in. And we can delete everything that's in front. Let's jump to the next transient. Oh, this one Reaper didn't get right, but we can zoom in. And we can see that here the hit starts. Cut again, short fade in. And here we will leave some space and make a fade out. And now we'll go on and do this for every single hit. Once we have cut all the hits, we end up with this. Single items for every single hit. Once we cut all the hits, we can create regions out of every hit. In Reaper, we can just select all of the items. If we go to the actions, we can search for regions and we can run this action. Insert separate regions for each selected item. And if we hit run, Reaper created regions for every single item. Once we have created all the regions, we have to rename them. The naming of the region is very important because we will then export these samples and name the exported samples based on the region name. I will show you now the naming convention for samples. But first, in Reaper, we can time select all of the regions and then we can rename regions within time selection. We hit run, a pop-up appears, and now we can rename these regions that we have selected. So the naming convention for regions is the following. First, we will have the minimum velocity for these samples, then underscore, and then the maximum velocity. So for our loud hits, we will choose 115 underscore 127. The medium loud hits are going to be 90 to 114. Then we have the medium low. These ones are going to be 60 to 89. And the low ones are going to be 0 to 59. So now we have cut all the sample, made regions for each single hit and named the regions. Before we can export these samples, we have to name each region separately so it has a unique name. But just adding another number to the region name. So _1, _2, _3, _4 and _5 and so on. This we will do for all the other samples as well. So now we are ready to export the samples. We will open the render menu, choose region render matrix, open the region matrix, and I have already selected the correct ones. So we want to export kick in all the regions, kick out all the regions, the kick overhead bus, all the regions. So in the kick overhead bus we have the left, center and right overhead microphone, and we want the kick room from all regions. Again, here we have kick room left and kick room right. Now before we render our samples, we have to make sure that the naming convention is correct. So the naming convention is first the instrument. We will have kick, then underscore the note on which we want to map the kick drum. So normally for kick drum it is C2. Then we want to have the track name, so the microphone name. Kick in, kick out, kick overhead, kick room. For that in Reaper we can choose wildcards, project informations and track. Then again underscore the region name where we included the velocity information. So again wildcard, project information and region. Sample rate 44.1 is fine. Format wave 24-bit is also fine. We don't have to write BWF. And now we choose our directory, samples, and we can render the 80 files all at once. And here you can see now that you have all the samples exported. Listen to them. Sounds good. In the next video we will see how to import these drum samples that you have just exported into Stefan Slate and then also in Native Instruments Kontakt to create your very own drum sampler. Remember, if you want to have these drum samples that I have used for this video, just click the link in the description. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful and please subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.